All right, happy Friday. I am just going to go ahead and type in back to school plan. What is your back to school plan looking like right now? What is your town doing? What is your school doing? What is your district doing? I want to know what your town's plan is for right now. So we can talk a little bit about what is going on in the world right now, which everybody's aware of right now. What can you do to control what's going on right now? I know a lot of people don't feel like they have very much control right now. They can't change anything that's happening, right? But what you can control is what you personally can do, right? So I want to talk a little bit about that. I'm just going to give it a minute to see if we have anybody pop on um, and see what we can get going as a conversation. But I really want to talk about the things that you can do to help yourself right now in this pandemic, in this time where a lot of schools are going completely remote or hybrid, and it's really going to mess with your schedules. So I just want to chat a little bit about that. So when you're popping on, please say hi where you're jumping in from. And also, what is your back to school plan looking like? I really want to find out what it is looking like so that way we can talk a little bit more about it. But let's talk a little bit about a home based business, right? How many of you have a home based business? If you do, raise your hands. If you don't, let me know a little bit about yourself. Let me know what you do. Do you work? Are you a stay at home mom? What are your thoughts? And if you are working, what is your plan come fall, right? What is your plan come next month when the kids go back and or they don't go back? What are you going to be able to do? I know a lot of people are scrambling right now and thinking that they don't have childcare or they don't have daycare, or how am I supposed to work when my child needs help with schoolwork and they're home and they're doing the Zooms and they're trying to do homework and you're trying to do conference calls and be accountable to your boss, and it's all a really tough situation. And what a lot of people, I think, tend to rule out is that they can control that a little bit. So you can control it. And what you would be crazy to not even consider is a plan B, right? What could be your plan B? Well, a home based business could be your plan B. And that means a lot of things. There are a lot of different ways that you can have a home based business that are going to be able to help you and your family through a time like this. Now, why do I love the idea of home based businesses, right? So, the main reason why is you control your schedule, right? You work on your hours at your pace when you can do so. So, if your kids need your help during the day from 8 to 3, you can do that because then you can schedule a time maybe from 5 to 6 that you can work, or you can maybe wake up an hour early and work from 7 to 8 before school starts. But you get to choose. You don't have somebody telling you what your hours need to be or what your schedule needs to be or what you need to have done by a certain time. You determine your work schedule at your own pace and what you feel you need to do to accomplish what you need in your business, right? So that's obviously a huge perk of having your own home-based business. That's something that you can't get at a regular job with a regular schedule and regular accountability. And that's even if your job is allowing you to work from home right now. Some people still have to go into an office or into a building or someplace where they actually physically need to go to a place of work, which will make it even more difficult if your kids are remote, right? So that's going to be a challenge. So schedule is a huge thing. Now, how about income, right? Income is something that is, a lot of people don't like to talk money, right? A lot of people get nervous about money or don't feel comfortable when money comes up. It's a hard topic. It's a sore topic. But money, right? So a lot of people shut down home businesses or network marketing or MLMs, whatever you want to call them. And a lot of people call them pyramid schemes. You hear that a lot. Oh, that's just a pyramid scheme. You can't make money unless you sign people up underneath you, and you need to build a team to make a lot of money. And which, unfortunately, because of just bad tastes from other companies. They all kind of fell under this umbrella. But however, that's not the case. If you're truly with a company, right, think about the corporate structure of the world, right? When you're in a corporate company, doesn't that resemble a pyramid, right? You're going to have the people on the bottom that make a little bit, and then you have the people that are above them, and then the people above them, and the people above them. And you're working in a pyramid, and the very person at the top makes a ton of money, and the people at the bottom don't make a very much, right? And it takes a long time to get to the top. So to me, that's more like a pyramid scheme. With a network marketing or a home-based business, you can decide how much you're going to earn by how much work you're willing to put in, right? So I choose what I do to put into my business to make back what I want to make. So I have an unlimited cap on income. There's no cap on my salary. There's no cap on how much I can make. There's no cap on my hourly wage. I give myself raises and I bring myself to the top. And if there's somebody above me, I can jump over them. I don't get stopped at a certain tier because I can't work my way up. So you can potentially make an unlimited income. No matter how high it goes, it doesn't stop. You can do it just by choosing to do that work, right? So doesn't that sound better than the other way around of that true pyramid where you're stuck on those tiers, and to get to that very tippity top is next to impossible, right? I mean, if you're watching, let me know what you think, right? Doesn't that make a lot of sense? And I think a lot of people also don't like the idea. This is my third thing that I wanted to breach on. A lot of people feel like, oh, I don't sell, or I don't feel comfortable selling. I'm not good at selling. It's not about selling. What I'm doing isn't selling. I am passionate about what I do because I believe in it and I want to help others. So when you switch it around like that, right? Why is it different than you recommending your favorite coffee from Starbucks or your favorite movie that you watched on Netflix, right? You're promoting that company and you're not even making money, right? But 9 times out of 10, your friends are gonna be like, oh, I want to go try that because she said it was so good, right? So if you're passionate and you love it, then you want to help other people. You want to share with them what you love about it because you know they'll love it too. And you never know, it might change their lives as well. So a lot of people have that misconception that, again, you're selling, when really it's just helping others and sharing your knowledge and just trying to make other people's lives better too, right? So like, why not do that? So I just feel as like a lot of people don't realize that there's a plan B out there. You're not stuck. You can control your job. You can control your schedule. You can control your income. All of these things that a lot of people are afraid of, you can control yourself, that a lot of people think they have no say in it. And the last thing I want to mention that a lot of people don't even think about is the tax benefits, right? As a W-2 employee, I just learned this. It's like an amazing factor. It was like the mind-blowing experience. As a W-2 employee, if you get a W-2 at the end of the year that tells you your income, on average, the W-2 employee adds $7,000 of debt to themselves without even buying anything. And that's because the average income versus the average just standard of living costs is negative $7,000. Like, to me, that is absolutely insane. And by having a home-based business, you actually can save $4,000 to $8,000 on your income taxes per year, just by having a home-based business and sharing a little bit with your friends and family. You don't have to make a ton of money on this home-based business to even use those things to your advantage. Things that you typically use on a day-to-day basis are now considered write-offs because you have a home-based business. Now, obviously, I'm not a tax expert, but these are all things that you can look up, you can find, you can research that will benefit you extremely. So it just makes sense to have this, even if it's your plan B, as a backup. Why not have that in your arsenal to help yourself grow, to help yourself just have that control over your life, it just makes sense right now. And especially where kids are going to be home, the majority of kids are going to be home. You won't have that stress. You won't have that anxiety of how am I going to do schoolwork and how am I going to work at the same time. It's going to make your life easier, and it's for everyone. It can be for moms. It can be for dads. It doesn't have to be just moms in the home-based business. Women definitely are the leaders in this industry, but I have seen a ton of men come in and just crush it because it's all about just believing in yourself, having that passion, going out there and just knowing that you can have that unlimited income. Everybody has 24 hours in the day, right? So what makes your 24 hours different than that millionaire who has 24 hours, right? It's just how we spend the 24 hours and what we do to be productive during that time. So this is why I wanted to talk about a little bit about why you have control of your life right now, what you can do to make that control even greater for you, a better benefit, and why you would be crazy to not even consider it right now during this time. So if you learned a little bit about anything during this live, I would love to hear it in the comments. If you're watching during the replay, please give me a hashtag replay. And if you're watching on YouTube, I'd love if you could give me a subscribe so that way I can grow my page. So I appreciate all of you watching tonight. I hope you guys all have a great weekend, and I'm sure we'll see you soon.